kind of knowledge came from him, then would he also know about evil too? If he's all knowing, right? Okay, yeah, go and get that.
Lamentations 3 verse 38. Out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil and good.
Right, there you go, let's see that again.
Lamentations 3 and 38. Out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil and good.
And good. So if the Most High, like I said, if the Most High is all-knowing, which he is, he's an all-knowledgeable God, wouldn't he also be aware of the knowledge of evil? So in order for you to be an evil bastard, or to be a Satanist, you have to go back and read this to find out what wickedness is all about. Okay, now the wisdom and understanding of evil is not in the Bible, because everything is most likely is righteousness. But I'm just saying, what you have to do is you have to read the Bible and read about the good things that the Most High likes, so you can go against all of that. And that's how you become a true Satanist, man. You understand what I'm saying? So these devils, they thinking that Satan is his own entity, and for some odd reason, they believe that they're going to oversee or supersede the ways of the Heavenly Father in terms of prophecies as well, thinking that they're going to get off scot-free and set up Satan's empire. But that's just all bullshit. Go on, bro, read that.
Job 12 and 16, with him is strength and wisdom, the deceived and the deceiver are his.
With him is strength and wisdom, and the deceived and the deceived are his. So all kind of wisdom, you could talk about wisdom of evil, wisdom of good, that all goes back to the Heavenly Father. Alright, in order for you to learn any kind of wisdom, you have to go back to the Heavenly Father. Okay, there's no other way around it. And it just goes to show you, see, when you understand this Bible, and the Most High brings you up on a spiritual level, you get to see how stupid, spiritually dumbfounded and stupid these will lead us up. This is the dumbasses, man. Go on, bro.
Job chapter 2 and 1. And there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh.
Right, the sons of the Most High, the sons of God themselves. Go on.
And Satan came also.
And also Satan came in the midst. So wait a minute. We all thought that Satan was his own entity, his own power. They were all fighting. No. Satan is one of the sons of God. So read that verse again.
Job 2 and 1. And there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh.
Right.
And Satan came also.
And Satan came in the midst. So if you're a son of somebody, you ain't under no authority. You got to abide by what your father tells you. All right? Go on.
Also among them to present himself before the Lord.
Yeah.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said,
That's Satan right there. See? We talking about Satan. Satan is a spirit. That's a spirit.
I'm a believer.
Go on, bro. There's Satan right here. This is Satan. And it's not convincing that it's an Edomite. Go on, bro.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
Right.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job?
Right.
That there is none like him in the earth, perfect and upright, one that feareth the Most High, and escheweth evil.
Right, and escheweth evil, go on.
And still holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, Skin for skin. Yea.
So the Most High gave Satan the commandment to go fuck with Job. Satan was going to give him the commandment. So what does that tell you? That the Most High controls Satan. Satan ain't fighting with the Most High, and they have a spiritual battle. That's not happening. The Lord is giving an order to Satan, and that's why these elitists they're getting all messed up with their entire world. Because Satan is the spiritual demon. Satan is misleading them to do certain things so that they can fulfill the Father's prophecies. All right, because they believe, we need to formulate a new world order system under the realms of Satan. But what they're doing is they're fulfilling the Most High's work. Why are they doing that? Go on, bro.
Skin for skin, yea. All that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now.
He gave a command. Now put forth thine hand now. Go on.
And touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse
That's
thee
all I wanted right
to thy
there.
face.
So as we have it, this is Satan in the midst. And this is, and like I said, as I'm always gonna say, people like this are making Edomites look back, making their own so-called white people look back. This looks terrible, and this is a beautiful thing because this lets us know what condition Esau is in right now. That lets us know that this society is on its way out. All right, that's what that lets me know, because you gotta look at everything from a spiritual aspect point of view. Because if they're saying the scriptures that the heathen will bow down to us, it says that. So the Lord is letting us know the deal.
You know what? The precept says, when the sons of the Most High gather before the Lord,
They're saying came in the midst. See? That's why I say that.
That's a good one.
very good.
That's very good. That's Satan in the midst right there. And she even agreed that she's the white devil. She said
As soon as the brother read that scripture, just came and sat down right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The sons of the Most High.
and she was probably walking up and down the street.
Exactly. She's wandering here and there and two.
It's remember when me and you, I don't know if you remember, brother, but when you was teaching the captain, right? And some women came up backwards and forwards. The same thing. And she says she believes this because it says even Satan believes, right?
Exactly.
I said I believe.
That shows you that we need to be spiritual.
Yeah.
Very spiritual.
Yeah, and it's psychotic. Spiritual.
Okay. But so you done on that, right? You done?
Yeah, he's still
Right. So they said, because what we were talking about how we the Israelites, the other nations are blessed through us, right? Exodus 1 and verse 8. Now there arose up a new king.
Matter of fact, let him read it. Yeah.
Exodus 1 and 8.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph, and he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
Right.
Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass
Taliban
that when they falleth
have been
out of
oppressed.
any war, they join also unto our
slaves.
enemies
Okay.
and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
Yeah, so this Hamad, he was thinking in the interest of his people. He was like saying, listen, this is our land and we're letting them run our territory. If there's war, we're just gonna wind up in slavery, if anything. We need to be one step ahead of them and enslave them first.
Yeah.
Alright? And lo and behold, this is prophecy being revealed. A prophecy that the Most High revealed unto Abraham.
Exactly.
He said, your children shall be afflicted for 400 years.
Yeah.
So that was a spirit on that Egyptian king. That Hamite king. Alright? You know?
Verse 11, Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with the burdens, and they built for Pharaoh's treasure cities, Pithom and Ramesses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
Yeah, so the more they afflicted us was the more that we grew. Okay? And that's deep. But the more they made us suffer, was the more we started popping our women, man. The more children we started getting. Okay?
That's what Jake does, man. Jake could be in a hard situation and bring forth children, man.
Yeah.
Like up there even in West Africa too. And you got Jakes in America that do the same thing. Here it is, they live in a hood, they live in unprivileged situations, and yet they want to produce a child. That's how you know we the Israelites.
There's a lot of us down there in West Africa. I remember I was there, man, and I saw the hundreds of my people, man. You know what I'm saying? The swarm.
I know there's something about you, brother. You're very what's the word? There's a word for it, man. When you're oh man. You know those people in America, right? Where they're for their country.
Oh, pro.
What's that?
Pro?
No.
Pro something?
No, it's another word. It's another word. It'll come to me. What's that?
Passionate.
No, not passionate.
Towards these people, compassionate towards these people.
No. Not
Patriotic.
that.
Patriotic,
yeah,
yes.
he's patriotic, this brother.
Yeah,
It's like Ezra.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But we're
Yeah, we're patriotic. Otherwise, we wouldn't be out here.
Well, really, yeah. I mean,
If we
that's
didn't give a fuck, we wouldn't be doing this.
No, well, really, the reason why we're doing this is to to be reconciled with the Most High.
Right.
You know, but that's a part of it too. That's a part of it too, because it says, you know, to what is it? In John 15:16 it says, I've chosen you to bring forth fruit. You know. So that's a part of it. But the main part of it is to be reconciled and repent.
Right. And we are very fruitful people. And Esau dares to call us minorities.
Yeah.
Another mind control, another deception. How the hell can he call us the minorities? You know what I'm saying? Our fertility rate outweighs his fertility rate.
No more babies.
Especially because what you know statistically proven that black so-called black people that are middle class have a lower fertility rate than working class blacks. Our people that are middle class, they have a lower fertility rate. Why? Because they're trying to pursue a European lifestyle. They're trying to be white. So in their pursuit of trying to be so-called white, they've given up on reproduction.
Yeah, but you know, though, when you think about it, the reason why they preserve it is because they're careful. They look at you know, what they kind of cannot afford. You know what I mean? But Jake, the poor Jakes, they're just busting out kids like it's nothing. And it's not even because they want to have kids. What it is, sex is like another high. So when you go through pain and struggle, you have to have sex to get away from pain.
It's the fact that because they're educated, you know, having children and being wives, and that is no longer part of their priorities. It's about business, being a businesswoman, you know, going to work for Esau, being always outside of the house. That's what their priorities like. That's why their fertility rate is so low. Because because they're trying to pursue that's their priority, trying to live a European middle class lifestyle.
Yeah, but you know that, like I said, they're careful at the same time. They might be trying to do that too, but they're careful because they're thinking about what they kind of cannot afford. Because check this out, right? Now, in the kingdom of heaven, the reason why we're going to be able to have loads of wives and children and all of that, because we'll be able to afford it. Because there's no point in you being poor and you producing another life, because you can't even take care of yourself. And you have a lot of incidents amongst our people that do that. They can't take care of themselves, but yet they're producing another life. You can't do that. You have to gauge things more calculatively. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how you got to do it. So then you're going to bring children into the world without knowing what to do. They don't have a house, they don't have anything. You know?
Loose Ends done a song. Loose Ends, one of the soul groups in the 80s, done a song called Ghetto Heaven.
Right.
And they was talking about exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly.
And there's a thing where Jake likes to have women, man. Jake likes to be popping a woman. Because if any wherever he can get in, he's gonna get in, man. You know how Jake is, man. Anytime.
And I mean, and to be truthful,
we were doing the same thing back then. Don't think that we were different. We were still liking the women, man.
Yeah, of course.
What do you think during the time of Judges? We saw the woman in Shiloh. We lick him over the head, throw him over the shoulder.
Yeah, of course.
Benjamin style, man. Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, of course.
We're no sweet talk, Tim.
Of course, but no, I with the brother saying.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you were being oppressed more.
Yeah.
That Jake was just going rugged, man. Because Moses found certain Jakes that were fighting one another. He said, man, nigga, who the fuck are you to be telling us anything, man?
Yeah.
And they said, weren't you the guy that killed that Egyptian guy? And then Moses like, oh shit. Then he ran for it, legged it. Okay. So you had like Jakes that was so-called black on black crime in Egypt.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised.
I like
black on black crime back then. Probably had shootouts and drive-bys. I'm joking.
That's not an excuse.
Okay.
Like a political point, that's not political.
You know, she actually sounds like she grew up in the middle class and look where she's at. That's how you know right there. These Edomites finished. You know what I mean? Because she doesn't sound like a lower class white person. She sounds like she's
I don't assume a thing about you.
But look where she's at. That shows you right there that Esau's finished.
Can't you see?
It's finished. England is actually going downhill. It's actually gone downhill. You know what I mean? But anyway, like I was saying,
weak moments.
you know, the way you deal with things, man, is you gotta be wise in everything that you do. That's why you have wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Jake is under some of the conditions that they're in.
Yeah.
Is they're trying to get these different kind of things that they really don't need to be getting. They need to sort themselves out first. Once they got themselves sorted out, gauge everything first, then they can produce, then they can get what they gotta get to. You understand? But it's in Jake's spirit to produce. That's just in our spirit to produce. But it's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah, so
You know what I mean?
but now Jake had different baby mothers, man. Jake have like this guy Future, called Future. He's like a modern day rap artist. He's got 9 baby mothers, man.
But brother, could I correct you? You have to do away with that whole baby mother shit, man. It's wives. Jake had wives, you know?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean, but that's all bullshit, man. That whole baby mama shit, that's all BS, man. You know what I mean? It's really wise. It's really, and it's correct. Because those women that he got, they're not really women anyway because they've been dealt with by multiple.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so Jake have different. He spreads his seed around, man. Jake don't care. He just put his seed in and he'll go by his business. All right, especially the Jamaican guys, man.
Yeah.
Jamaica, no matter how here it is, it's a matriarchal culture among the so-called Jamaicans.
Yeah.
But still, the Benjamin man, he do his thing, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. Okay, because that's in his spirit to be that way. Okay, to have multiple women.
Even if you look at the women too, the women, man, like there was this one woman in America, right? So-called African American. This woman had about what? 12 children, man. And the thing with the Israelite woman, she's very fertile. Very fertile. You can even wear a condom and you will still have a child. Because the Most High made us to again produce. That's why you have sex with a woman, to produce your seed, to produce family. It's all about production.
You have sex with a woman because you want to have sex.
You know what I mean? So that's just the whole ordeal.
Yeah, that was part of the blessing. We as the sons of the seed.
There you go. Yeah.
To be as a son.
You're promiscuous.
And that wasn't Mizraim's blessing.
Yeah.
So they got shook when that fed them when every time they turned around, the room became more plants.
Yeah.
That's how Jake, even in the hood in Chicago, they say we don't die, we multiply. Even them niggas, they came out with a saying.
I can't say that. I get arrested if I say
we don't
that
die, we multiply.
I get fucking arrested. Can you believe it?
And they called their children
That's
trophies.
hypocritical.
That was the label they gave to their pitney, trophies.
Yeah.
Meaning he's to take over. He's like the monument. Okay, he's gonna take over after I die, because Jake, they had if you lived to see 20, 29, you were lucky, man.
It's pressure.
It was all the gangs and shit. You were lucky. So they had to keep reproducing. They had to keep doing it. Alright, so no wonder that was happening in Egypt.
The sign of the devil. It's like
they had to keep reproducing because the men would die quickly.
Yeah, because they want the hardcore slavery.
Because the women, they weren't doing the hardcore slavery. They were like when you read it, it tells you they were midwives and shit. Probably concubines or some other occupation. But they weren't doing the same shit as the men would do.
But you know, Jake would do that anyway because Jake is hypersexual. You know what I mean? So they're gonna get it in regardless, even if it's that situation or not. You know. But like I was saying before, the reason why poor people have more children because they're under scrutiny. You know, when life is not going your way all the time, and there comes this psychological pain from that. So to get away from that, what are you gonna do? You're gonna turn to drugs, or you may turn to sex because sex is like a drug.
Smoking is sexual.
That's just to get you away from the reality of what you're dealing with in your life. That's why that happens. And that's why when you read Exodus, the first chapter, that's why they were producing more children, because they were under scrutiny. You know what I mean?
Nigga, I get arrested.
Exodus chapter 1 and 14. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve,
I believe mortar is tar.
was with rigor.
It was with rigor, man.
The hardcore.
So they put us to work, you know. Jake was probably skinny. There weren't no obesity back then. Okay? Jake was being put to work. 24 hours, most likely. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of one was Sifra, and the name of the other Pua. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew woman, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
And that's how you know in the ancient world, because they understood, like you was going into last week, about if you want to get rid of a nation, you don't destroy the women, you destroy the men, because the men bears the seed of that particular race.
It's never.
Yes, you have the term race, which means in the Latin la raza, which means the seed. So the seed comes from the man. So what's going to happen when the kingdom is set up? You know, so-called white people, as they call themselves today, but in the Bible we declare them as the Edomites. That's their real nationality. Their real nationality is Esau and Edom. So in the book of Obadiah, the first chapter, it says that we're going to gather them around and exterminate them, and many other words. So you're not going to see no one looks like this on the planet no more. Because all of their men are going to be destroyed.
Because that's a painful existence, man.
Yeah.
To just live life with no melanin.
Yeah.
That's why they're trying to purchase melanin.
Yeah.
And it's worth more than gold, man, on the market. The black market is worth more than gold.
I think there's an injection for it. You could get
there's
an injection.
I've actually YouTubed it. There's this one bodybuilder. He looks kind of tan, but he injected himself with melanin and it lasted for a couple of days and it wore out.
Yeah.
But the after effect is still kind of there. He still looks kind of
You
tan.
understand?
And he was talking, you can YouTube it, man.
Yeah.
People buy melanin, man.
And the reason why,
Where did they get the melanin from? Out of dead carcasses, obviously.
and that's nasty too. Why would you get melanin from a dead carcass?
How you gonna inject dead
cells,
DNA cells into your
It's so
living body?
valid. It's valid.
That's how you know he's some
valid.
Frankenstein.
So
Bastard.
He
valid.
got to be put out, man.
Yeah, like you see those bodybuilders before they go on stage to do all the
Exactly.
thing, they completely paint themselves to be as dark as possible.
Yeah.
All over their body, paint all that brown, dark color.
Yeah.
You know.
And the reason why, they trying to get rid of that leprosy, because that's leprosy what she's dealing with. But she's a clean leper pursuant to Leviticus 12. I can shake her hand and won't get no leprosy. But the point I'm trying to make is that you need to have some melanin to protect you from UV radiation, which that's the carbon. See, she can stand out here in the cold weather, right? She could be like almost naked and stand out in the cold weather. Why? Because she's sulfuric. She's acidic by nature. That's why she can withstand the cold weather. But we don't have the sulfuric within us. We have the carbon, which sustains us from what is it, UV radiation or any form of negative energy. Okay, but they're susceptible to radiation, and this is why they get jacked up in the sun, or the Wi-Fi will jack them up because they don't have that carbon to protect them.
You know what I'm saying? But what the brother just read was that the ancient Egyptians, they had to formulate a method, man, to try and control the birth rate.
And can I finish what I was saying as well? I'm going to get back to you, right? Because another thing too, like we was going into, the reason why she looks the way she looks, or so-called Europeans the way they look, because that's just to let us know that these are the people of sin, and I'm going to prove that. Give me Isaiah 1:18. So no matter how much melanin she injects inside of her body, or paints, she's still going to look this way, or they're still going to look that way, so that the world can know that these are the people of sin, transgression. So it's beautiful that she's here, because we want to edify on this point here, and explain the point.
I just said what I said.
You know, your sins be as scarlet. Yeah, read that.
Isaiah.
Keep going.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 18. Come now and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool.
Yeah, read that again. Read that one more time.
Isaiah chapter 1 and 18. Come now, let us reason together, saith the Lord.
Yeah.
Though your sins be as scarlet.
Right, though your sins be as scarlet, because the color of scarlet or red is symbolizing what is it? Sin. So being that these people have, what is it, a red kind of look to them, that's showing you or indicating that these are people of sin. Go on.
They shall be as white as snow.
Right.
Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool.
Right, they be red like crimson, which that's where you get the word criminal from the word crimson. And the so-called white man has been perpetuating criminality on the earth ever since he's been ruling. All right, wow. But we're going to read why. Let's get Genesis 4.
4 verse.
I believe it's verse 4.
Jealousy.
The mark of Cain. And she knows what I'm talking about. As bugged out as she is right now, she knows what I'm talking about. Go on, bro.
Yes.
I see you have better glass.
After brother.
They know exactly what I'm talking about.
Genesis 4, verse 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
Yeah, because of that mark. That was on the ground.
And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
Yeah.
And the Lord set a mark upon Cain. If any finding him, should kill him.
Yeah, because Cain had that mark. Now, it doesn't explain how he had leprosy, but that's a mark indicating that that was a man of great sin, or he murdered somebody.
That's what EastEnders.
Okay, so that's what that goes back into. So it's proven when you look at the historical account of these Edomites and what they've been doing on the earth and what they're doing now, it backs it up that they are the devil, that they're the wicked.
You know, because that's the adverse image of the Most High.
Yeah.
Because the Most High is a melanated. He revealed himself to Daniel in the vision to show himself to be a melanated man, a black, so-called black man. Woody hair.
Yeah. And I don't cut you, brother. Slap you, right? Because everything on the planet is melanated. The whole entire earth is melanated. So if you're a being that has no melanin, again, that is a symbol that you're contrary, like the brother said, to the image of the Most High. Okay, because melanin is not a big deal. You need melanin to survive on this earth. If you don't have that, then there's something wrong with you.
So it's a defect. I mean, there's something wrong with There's something wrong with blue eyes. Oh, look at them pretty blue eyes.
Yeah, that's
I wish I had green eyes. No, that's the defect. I mean, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with your genes. Something happened with your genes.
Yeah.
Blonde hair.
And that's why a lot of them can't see properly.
Yeah.
You know, now you got all women or people walking around with fake contact lenses because they've been deceived into thinking there's something pretty about having blue eyes, man.
Yeah. It's like even a polar bear. A polar bear is white, right? It appears white outwardly, right?
Yeah.
But if you actually trim the fur from the polar bear, what are you gonna see?
Yeah.
Melanated flesh, dark skin on the polar bear. Okay. So even the polar bears have melanin, a dark pigmentation upon it.
Because those are what you call those albinos. Like, you know them African women that they'll have a child that comes out like her. Like they call them albinos.
Yeah.
That's the exact same disease that Esau has. Man.
Yeah.
Well, let's get it. Leviticus 12, brother. Let's get Leviticus 12.
That's exact same. Like, you know, literally only Esau as a nation. They're just a nation of albinos.
Exactly. But she's a clean leper. You can shake her hand and you won't catch nothing. You know what I mean? But I want to shake a hand worth for them.
In Ghana, one Ghanaian man told me that in Ghana, albinos was cast out of the congregation.
They would be,
And even when I was in Nigeria, I saw an albino in the wilderness, because he was cast out.
Yeah.
I saw an albino and he went crazy. So you have to understand, back in the ancient times, and they've kept that ideology that if your melanin was disappeared from you, that's like an evil spirit. That's like an evil vibe. That's a bad omen. Right? That God has cursed you somehow.
It's acceptable.
So that's why I said, verse 14, behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth. Alright? From the face of the earth. And from thy face shall I be hid, meaning the knowledge, the true knowledge of the Most High is not given unto Esau. That's why I mean hid from my face, meaning the Most High will show no favor unto Esau. Okay? That's why I said, from my face shall I be hid. The Most High hid his face from us because of our sins. The Most High perpetually hid his face from Esau.
Right, it's 13.
Esau's condemned. Alright? And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. I think a fugitive is somebody that's trying to escape justice. Esau is trying to escape justice. Esau don't want to be brought in justice. That's why the second we tell him he's going to have to pay for what his forefathers did. Yeah. The first thing he'll say is, you're a racist.
Yeah.
Or that my daddy did that.
Yeah.
Or you're preaching hate. He'll come out with something to try and defend his ego. Alright? And a vagabond, meaning a wanderer. Because the scripture says he never keepeth at home.
Exactly. The second chapter.
Obnoxious.
It says in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me, everyone that findeth me shall slay me. Why? Because they're thinking that you're a demon. Think about it. You're the only individual on the planet that don't have no melanin. People gonna think that you're a demon.
You're the devil.
Back then, people were more closer to the Most High than now. Because the scripture says, over age, the people have become more evil. That wicked root have multiplied. I told you that in Esdras. I told you that in Esdras that from the time of the wicked root being sown in Adam up until now, it's great exceeding wickedness. So back then in the beginning, people were more, they weren't completely righteous because of that sin, but they were more closer to righteousness. Okay, the passages to the broad were much more wider than now. Now it's much more narrower to get to the wide. Alright, I told you that in Esdras, man.
The 7th chapter.
You get what I'm saying? So people are more spiritual, so that if you are albino, the Most High did a take on you, bro.
We got the precept right there as well. You start from the first.
Leviticus chapter 13 and 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying, when a man shall have in the skin of his flesh a rising, a scab, or bright spot, and it be in the skin of his flesh that the plague of leprosy, then he shall be brought unto Aaron the priest, or unto one of his sons the priest. And the priest shall look upon the plague in the skin of the flesh, and when the hair in the plague is turned white, and the plague in sight be deeper than the skin of his flesh, it is a plague of leprosy, and the priest shall look on him and pronounce him unclean.
Yeah, because you got some jakes as I've seen throughout, the years and stuff like that. Even while in the States as well, I've seen jakes where they'll have blotches of leprosy on them. They walk around with the dark melanin, and then they don't have it. There's blotches of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's been going on even amongst Israelites too.
Yeah.
Back then, go on.
If the bright spot be white in the skin of his flesh, and in sight be not deeper than the skin, and the hair thereof be not turned white, then the priest shall shut him up that hath the plague 7 days. And the priest shall look on him in the 7th day, and behold, if the plague be in his sight and stay, and the plague spread not in the skin, then the priest shall shut him up 7 days more.
Yeah, because he's unclean. Go on.
And the priest shall look on him again the 7th day, and behold, if the plague be somewhat dark, and the plague spread not in the skin, the priest shall pronounce him clean.
Right. Because you got some leprosy that's